So, to kick off this whole journey, I started with it was a video sort of kind of pictures of me and my family, people that I didn't put everybody because I couldn't. Every time I tried to stop, I thought about somebody I had forgot, and if I forgot you in that video, I promise I'm sorry, it wasn't done purposely, but don't worry, I'm gonna fix it. Anyway, this is actually the first video of me. I want to take and video this journey for someone else, not for me. You know, for someone that may be nervous about something that they're going through. It doesn't have to be cancer. It could be anything. And trusting God. The whole process with trusting God. And although it's easy to say out of your mouth, but we're so programmed to oh yeah, I trust God. Yeah, I trust God. Of course I trust God. But it's one thing to speak it, and it's another thing to walk it. So I want to show you my journey because I trust God 100 and, well, as high as it could go, as high as numbers can go. I trust God with anything, and this is my life. You know, but He gave it to me, and He gave me things I didn't deserve a lot of times. Yeah, I've been through a lot, so what? I've been through a lot, but I was raised by a strong woman and man who, at an early age, taught me to trust God, even if I couldn't see the outcome, which we never can see the outcome. We never know how it's going to come out, but He does, and we just have to trust Him and listen to Him. So to kick this whole walk off, it's my walking into my healing walk off is learning how to be intimate with God, and being intimate with God basically, just like when you're you want to date someone, you give your all to that. When you really, I'm not talking about this little whatever, I'm talking about really wanting. I'm not talking about, just casually, come on, let's go out. I'm talking about when you really want to be with someone. You put out all stops. You do whatever you got to do to win that person over. And this is not winning God over. This is just giving Him what He deserves, and that's all of our attention. Like, God deserves so much more than we could ever give Him. So give Him the time. Give Him the commitment. You commit yourself to your husband or your wife, or even to, some people commit themselves to going to church, but they don't have a relationship. There's a difference. And I'm not church bashing. I love going to church. I'm not church bashing. That's not it. It's just a thought. And every relationship is different. Every relationship is different. I spoke to my dad one day, and I was like, I have a different relationship with each one of my kids. And my dad said, you're supposed to. And it's true. He has a different relationship with me than he does my sister Faja, than he does my brother Rico, than he does my brother A. And living in the home with him, I see it. And it's not that he loves one more than the other. It's just how it is. We have different relationships. And I know for a fact, for me, he's not only my dad, he's my best friend. And that's, I think, for most, I think he's like that with all of us, but it's different. It's a different type of thing. And I don't know, he's just dad. But anyway, I'm getting off track. Everybody's relationship with God is personal. Well, let me just say this real quick. We think my mom had favorites. Her favorite daughter The other one think it's her, but I think it's me. And then her favorite son, we all know it was Rico. And then her favorite grandchild, Rico child. You know, that was the boy. Then after she got, I don't know. It didn't matter. Whoever was in her face, that's who was her favorite. Hey, Mom. Anyway, just a little inside joke. And yeah, I had to joke about my mom for not to, But anyway, let's keep it moving. But I just, okay, I'm going to get to the point and we're going to end this for today. Because it is, yeah. So anyway, intimacy with God. Courting, dating, you're giving your all to someone, right? So let's get intimate with God, and meaning He knows us, but do we really know Him? And in order for our walk to be in order to experience the walk that we should have, or experience the relationship that we should have, or experience what we should, and see what we should be intimate with God on a personal level. And that means stripping off God's layers and getting to know who God really is. Because I don't think we've even touched the surface of what my pastor said, that he doesn't even think, and I believe that we haven't touched the surface of who God. I believe that we should in our own lives be able to have said that we've experienced the type of healing that is taking place in the Bible. Because it says in the Bible that God is the same yesterday, today, and tomorrow, right? And God doesn't lie, and I believe that. So therefore, I believe that the same way the woman with the issue of blood was healed, Saya can get healed. The same way the man with leprosy was healed, Saya can get healed. The same way demons were taken, bad spirits were cast out of people by someone casting them out, speaking them away. I'm gonna remember that. I believe it can be done. I trust and believe in what I see. I don't know where this is going, but I do know this. At the end of the day, I want everyone to know. I believe that God has healed me, and I want everyone to go on this journey with me. And just because Saya said God has healed her doesn't mean that the doctors got the memo yet, if that makes sense. So they may say, tell me something that's like, okay, that's what you say. God say different. What you said? Oh, I'm not worried about what you said. I mean, I'm listening. What you want me to do about? Okay, I'll do that. So let's get to the challenge. I want to take 21 days and really commit to being more intimate if you already have a relationship with God, or gaining a relationship with God, an intimate relationship with God if you don't. So in order to do that, I chose 21 days, starting tomorrow, of spending every chance I get getting to know God. Every chance, every moment, every extra moment, every time I could steal away from watching something on TV, or while I'm sitting at the doctor's office, or while I'm walking around the house, while I'm in the car, whatever it is, just extra time that I can take away from something else when I wake up in the morning, instead of calling the love of my life. I'm with them already, that's God. So I just get on my knees Talk to him. Let's talk. Commune with him. Spend time with him. Date him, court him, get to know him. You know, ask God questions. Let's get to know God. So it's not the type of challenge where you got to check in or anything like that. It's personal, so it's private. So therefore, what works for you or what's good for you and what's bringing you closer to God might not work for me. But this is working for me, you know. So I'm gonna do. Everyone has a story or an experience that they said that God has done for them, and everyone should, because everyone that, if I can call you on the phone right now, you're blessed. If I can reach out and touch you, you're blessed. If you taking a breath, you're blessed. Because there's some people that didn't wake up this morning. There's some people that, you know, lost loved ones. You know, we've all been through a lot this year. And this was a rough year for this whole country. But I truly believe it's time to let's get back right. And maybe God was trying to get our attention before it gets worse than this. Come on, it's time to get ourselves together. Come on, it's time to get a relationship. Time to make that. I don't expect you to give all of your personal information or your intimate stuff with, you know, what you're doing or anything like that. Just in the comments, drop them. My dad does this blue check. Please find it and do the blue check so that I can know that, you know, you're in it with me. And like I said, it's not about me, and I care about your soul. I want you to gain a relationship with God if you don't have one, or get closer to God. Even if you're close, that's closer than close. So just, I don't know. And I'm starting to ramble, so that means it's time to stop. But I do want you guys to know that whether you join me in this challenge or you don't, I appreciate you. Just pray with us, pray. Just pray. If you don't want to be involved in that way and you're a prayer warrior, just lift us up. One more thing. You know, I don't know about y'all, Pastor, but our pastor always does this. If you're believing in God for something, or breakthrough, or whatever, you know your breakthrough is in your praise, right? I'm just saying. So next Sunday, there should be some running, some peoples through the church. Like, don't worry about what you look like. You should see what I look like after I'm finished break. Matter of fact, I just lifted my hands up. My lashes went that way. I'm being honest. Anyway, just thought I'd do a little. I'm serious though. Like, don't worry about what you look like. Don't worry about what the neighbor over there got to say about you. Because guess what? They're not the one that need it. And that's another thing. And I do it. I'm guilty. So I'm speaking to me. So Sayo, see when you get in church and you worried about my hair okay? Don't worry about that. Why you worried about that? God has seen you at your ugliest. And yes, it can get ugly. God has seen you at your ugliest. Like, and He's all you should be worried about. You shouldn't be worried about Joe Joe over there, or Susie. Worry about what God and what God is gonna think. Stop worrying about what they're gonna think, because they can't change nothing in your life. Right, Saya? Right. So my thing is, let's stop worrying about them. Start worrying about us and our relationship with Him. Again, thank you, and I appreciate you. No, this is not a pity party, because I'm not pitying myself. I'm grateful. I'm so grateful. And I truly believe that God is not through with me, and I'm healed. So what you can do for me is believe with me that I'm healed, because I am. And whatever it is that you need from God, believe it. Trust and believe. Trust in it. And I'm not talking about superficial things. I'm not talking about a car. I'm not talking about, now, not unless that's detrimental for you at this point in your life or wherever you live. But I'm talking about what you really need, not what you. There's a difference between needs and wants. I'm not talking about your wants. I'm not talking about the extra. I'm talking about things that you need. Something that you need. Let's touch and agree on it. So you don't have to tell me what it is. Drop the blue check, and I'll just know. And I don't need to know what it is. I could pray to God, pray for you and with you, without knowing what it is, because God knows what it is. He knows everything. So I don't need to know. I'm not important. I'm just praying. I'm not important in that aspect as far as knowing details. I don't need to know the details. Not unless that's just something that you just want to do. But God is awesome. I love you, Lord. Let's go. So with all that being said, 21-day challenge. I hope that this is an ongoing thing. I hope that we go past 21, get 27, hit 40. Then we go fast in there and start printing, just to get. And I know I'm making light of this, but it's not a light situation. It's serious. This is just me. But this is important. The most important relationship that you will ever have in life is the relationship between you and your God. So let's take this challenge seriously. Starting tomorrow, whenever you are led to start. But don't procrastinate. Don't say, oh, I'll start next month. No, that's not what I mean. I mean, you might not want to start tomorrow, but you might be able to start Thursday or Wednesday, because tomorrow, it just might not work for you. But let's get serious about it and let's do it. Come on. You do those challenges with your pictures of your pretty kids and all of that stuff, and your handsome husband or beautiful wife. Let's brag on God in the challenge. Let's love on God in the challenge. So, again, blue check, comment in the comments below. And I love you guys. I mean that. I do love you. I might not even know you, but I don't know. If you're looking at this video, doggone it, I love you, cuz. I'm just, I'm being serious now. I just want to see change. So, you have to clear your heart, clear your mind, release things, talk to God about it. Whatever you got to do. But the best relationship, the most important relationship you will ever have is the relationship between you and your God. And that should be the most focused on relationship. So I'm challenging you, me, all of us. Intimacy with God. And my daughter's going to talk about it, because I know this video is not professional to her standards or anything like that. And I in time, just give me some time. I'm still learning some things. But you got the point, right? For 21 days or more. Hopefully, prayerfully, a lifetime. So let's get intimate with God. See you tomorrow.